Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video. And yesterday's video was a hard one to make. I had a lot of frustrations about the game and I'm really happy that I actually made the video and it had quite a positive outcome. You know, a Wild Rift dev actually sent me a direct message, but I'm not gonna talk about what he said, what's happening right now. I'll make an update video on it, like maybe in a few days or a week, we'll see. But I want to tell you guys, it's quite positive. It's looking pretty good right now, and I'm gonna do my very best, you know, to contribute towards the game as much as I can. You know, I like, as I mentioned before in that video, I don't care what I get from Wild Rift, right? Like, if they promote me or if they give me wild cards, I don't care. I don't want it. I just want the community to be good. I want the players to be happy. I want it to be a healthy community because that's pretty much the success of my channel, you know, because of the amazing people. So I want the game to have the same amazing community around it as well without these issues. So now back to my channel, you know, enough about this. Enough. As I said, there will be an update on the matter in like maybe a week or two. We'll see. It depends, but I'm gonna update you guys. So I want to tell you guys about some of my plans of champions that I want to learn for videos that I'm going to be releasing in the next weeks. So let me tell you guys some very exciting champions that I'm learning right now that will be released, you know, in the next few days, weeks, maybe months. It depends on how long it takes me to learn them. The first one is Renekton. Yes, guys, I'm playing a lot of Renekton. I want to make a Renekton video, right? Because he is strong. The second champion is Vayne, but not ADC Vayne. I am playing Baron Lane Vayne, and I know this is insanely strong, but I just have to find the playstyle with it, and it's actually taking me pretty long. But you know, bear with me, I will bring out the video, but it's just gonna take me pretty long actually, because I'm having quite a hard time to find the right playstyle for Vayne Baron Lane. And also Zed. I'm practicing Zed again. I'm gonna make a new Zed video. And who's the one with the spinning axis? It's your boy Draven. Guys, day 95, isn't it? Or day 90? I think it's day 95. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It's day 95. And I don't think it's hard to predict when the video is gonna come, right? I have played probably 50 games. I think like, no, not maybe 40, 50 games of Draven in 2 days. 40 to 50 games. And I think it's gonna take me like at least 100 more games just for that video. I have played Draven before, but I never got good at him. But now I actually did get good at him. Like pretty good, but not good enough. Like I've beaten Grandmasters and Challenger players with it, but I'm still not happy with it. So I want to polish my Draven much more. So as I said, it's likely gonna take me like 100 games or something. So I guess I'm gonna have to play 100 games of Draven in like 5 days, which is manageable, you know. I can just play like 8 hours a day full Draven. And shout out to Keys, by the way, who's the amazing support who's playing duo queue with me. He's really helping me improve my Draven game because he's a really good support player. So really big shout out to Keys. So the reason that I'm actually not talking too much about Ziggs, because I actually made a Ziggs video quite recently where I also showed you how to build Ziggs. And let me actually say something about Ziggs though. Ziggs is one of the most, not broken, one of the best mid laners in the game right now. He is pretty broken in competitive, right? Like if you play with a 5-man team who knows what they're doing, he's pretty broken. But if you play in solo queue, of course it's hard to communicate with your team. But he is still absolutely amazing. And I really recommend you to watch some of my other Ziggs videos as well, where I go more in depth about how to actually play Ziggs. Also about how to build Ziggs, right? That's what I do in my other videos. And in this game, you saw the intro. You saw the intro. And you have to see this gameplay because oh my god, you are gonna see the absolute pinnacle of what Ziggs can do. This is the best that Ziggs can do, trust me. It's just so amazing. So here you can see me ult. This is what you can always do with the ult, you know. Take a look at where the enemies are at the side lanes and use your ultimate to help your teammates. That's what I did here. Unfortunately my team died anyways, but yeah. And this was like, I played this fight perfectly. I couldn't have done it any better than this. Like if you rewind right now, I used every single ability perfectly, used every single basic attack perfectly. Like if you would have put a perfect robot right there, he would have played the exact same way as I did right there. And I actually really suggest you to rewind the video and rewatch that fight, because you can really see proper usage of Ziggs' abilities. Because I see a lot of people not properly using Ziggs' abilities, and what I mean with that is especially the second ability. And I want you guys to test your knowledge again. I'm bringing back the testing your knowledge. What are all the things that you can do with your second ability? And so you can either choose to give an easy answer to this, like, you know, just number 1 this, number 2 this, number 3 this, or you can choose to test yourself a little more and like give a lot of answers, right? Like say you can do it like this and you can do it like this, and the benefit of it is this and this and this. So I really hope you put it in the comments, and I recommend you to pause the video right now, because I'm going to actually reveal what you can do with it, and I'm also going to reveal what you can do with all the other abilities. Okay, so yeah, let me tell you. The first obvious thing is take turrets, right? The second ability deals a lot of damage on turrets when they're low, but we all know about that. The second thing that you can do is if an enemy is chasing you, push them away with your second ability. The third thing that you can do is hop with your second ability. You know, you can put it under you and hop away. Like you can push enemies away, but you can also push yourself away. And you can use this to your advantage to push yourself away from the enemy. The other thing that you can do is hop yourself away and hop the enemy away. Look, just like that. I just showed you an example of hopping myself away and hopping the Kazakhs into the wall. This is exactly what I was talking about. The next thing that you can do is pushing enemies into walls. Like when when you're in a team fight and you're in a safe position, so you feel like you don't need the second ability, use it on an enemy to push them into the wall, right? Like it's literally a knock up, which is just gonna push them into the wall, buy time for your team, and be amazing. And the next thing that you can do is, this is actually not a thing that you can do, this is just a really important tip that I have for you, is please save this ability. When you're playing in your lane, don't use this ability to take minions. Unless you're like running away, like you're backing off, never use it to take minions, not even last hit. You could much rather lose a minion than use it to take a minion. And the reason for that is because you can always get ganked, and this is your main escaping ability. Ziggs is absolutely amazing with escaping with this ability. The next thing that you can do with this ability, yes, there is more, is zoning the enemy. So if the enemy wants to escape through like a gap closer, through like a gap. For example here, do you guys see this gap over here? What you can do is throw your second ability here, like behind the gap, and the enemy is not gonna walk into your second ability, because if they do, you're just gonna knock them back. And if they don't walk into it, they're gonna die, right? So you can actually close off escape routes with your second ability. There are actually more things that you can do, but these are pretty much the main things. So let me talk about the other abilities actually, you know, a bit more in depth about them. So the second ability. Obviously, the second ability is like a poking ability, you know, your bomb. Let me tell you some things that you may not know about the second ability. First of all, if a melee champion dives you, right, if they're right on top of you, you can just auto-aim your first ability. It's always gonna hit, and you should always do this. Auto-aim your first ability, and you're always gonna hit it. The next thing that your second ability... What am I talking about? I mean the first ability, what am I saying? Auto-aim your first ability, you're always gonna hit them. The next thing that your first ability can do is throw it super far away. Look at this, just like it bounces, tuk, 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 and you can actually utilize this to your advantage. And the way that you can do it is stay super far away from the enemies. Here, just like this, staying super far away, and I'm just hitting them from the furthest distance that I can. And I did die here, but you can actually fight from an insane distance with Ziggs because of the range of the first ability. And now let's talk about the third ability, guys. The third ability is like one of the core abilities of Ziggs. It's so strong. I mean, there's countless things that you can do with it. I'm not even gonna explain all of it because it's just too many. Like, you know, you can throw it on yourself, run away, because if the enemies run on them, they get slowed. You can throw it on yourself and run around your bombs. When you're fighting a melee champion, this is gonna allow you to deal an insane amount of damage to them, because they have to run through your bombs, and it's gonna slow them, deal damage to them. It's just gonna devastate them. You can cut off escape paths with it. You can cut off paths to the enemies to chase you with it. You can just do so much with it. It's insane how much you can do with it. And now let's talk about the ultimate, guys. This is the absolute big bomb. This is like the strongest team fighting ability of Ziggs. When the enemy is standing close to each other, boom, you can just throw your bomb and absolutely demolish them. The damage is just out of this world that this ultimate does. And see, the thing that Ziggs is especially strong at is team fights, and especially fights at the Dragon or Baron. And the reason for that is because when the enemies are in the Dragon or Baron pit, they're all clumped up together. And obviously every single ability of Ziggs is an AoE ability. So when the enemies are clumped up together, you're going to be dealing the most damage. You can just keep throwing your bombs on them, do an insane amount of damage, and completely demolish the enemy. So as a Ziggs, you generally want to push, right? Like, pushing is one of his stronger parts. Although they did nerf his pushing power on turrets, which he did deserve, to be honest, right? Like, his passive dealt way too much damage to turrets. But as you can see, you can still push super fast. And when you're pushing turrets, don't just hit him with basic attacks. Just throw your abilities randomly, because when you throw an ability, you're gonna refund 40% of your passive. And your passive is the empowered basic attack, right? Which deals bonus damage to towers. And you always want to utilize this. Keep spamming your abilities and hit turrets with as many passive attacks as you can. By the way, guys, you know, if you're enjoying it, give the video a like. It really helps the channel a lot. Put down a comment under the video if you haven't already. I'm doing a 15 skin giveaway in July. Enough about that. You know, I told you about it. Enough about that. So yeah. See, the problem with Ziggs, however, is I would say ganking. See, obviously Ziggs has really good ganking potential with his ultimate, right? Where you can just throw your ultimate at the lane, help your teammate, and it's good. But actual ganking, he's not really good at that, right? Like, when you're ganking a lane, you can just throw your bombs and you're not really gonna stun them, slow them, anything like that, because they can just easily run away. It's not like Ahri, for example, who can charm the enemy, or Twisted Fate, who can stun the enemy, uses ultimate to the enemy. Oh, look at this fight. Look at this fight. What? This is 1v5. Why is the Vi interfering? I don't need the Vi. I do not need the Vi. Go away. Oh, look at this. Oh my god. Quadra kill. No way. No way. It's a Ziggs Pentakill, guys. Have you seen this before? A Ziggs Pentakill? This is my first Ziggs Pentakill, actually. I've gotten Pentakills on like Ezreal, Jinx, Draven, Kha'Zix, I think Evelyn too, Vayne. I've gotten Vayne Pentakills as well. What other champions have I gotten Pentakills on? Orianna, actually. I've gotten Orianna Pentas as well. I don't remember other champions, but there is a little more. But Ziggs Pentakill? That's very special, you know. You generally don't get a Ziggs Pentakill because he's just like a poke champion. It's not really the type of champion to like completely burst down enemies all on his own. And that was pretty sick. That was an amazing fight. Damn. So here you can see another power of Ziggs, which is just staying over a wall. You know, I'm staying in a safe place, but yet, oh no. I'm still dealing a lot of damage. Oh, this is another thing that you can do with your second ability, which I forgot to mention. You can hop walls. Oh my god, how did I forget to mention this? You can hop over walls, and this is actually one of the strongest things that you can do with it. How did I forget it? You can hop over walls to escape from the enemy, which is super damn powerful. As you saw there, like the Kha'Zix jumped on me, and here, okay, let's take a look at this fight. Just look at how far away I am from the enemy, yet I am still the one dealing the most damage in this team fight. And this is how you play Ziggs. You always stay in the backline. You never go in the front line, because you have the longest range abilities in the game, pretty much. Like, all your abilities are super long range, and you don't need to bother about hitting your basic attacks on the enemy, right? You can just keep throwing your bombs on the enemy. It is enough damage, trust me. If all your team has to do is frontline for you, you know, tank the damage, you are gonna outdamage the enemy. Like, look at this. You are gonna be able to kill enemies because you're Ziggs. You deal an obscene amount of damage. Tell me this is not crazy. This champion is just super crazy. And about the champions that I mentioned earlier, I'm actually working pretty hard to make those videos, because I'm actually, you know, I want to bring out new champions on the channel as well. And you know, I asked you guys in a recent video, tell me one new champion that I've never played or uploaded before, and I will actually make a video of it. And of course, Draven won. You know, it's understandable. The man, the myth, the legend that has almost gotten to 100 days of requesting Draven, is you know, I'm working for it. I am working pretty hard for it to make an absolute good video for you. And what I mean with good video, it's not a video where I stomp the enemy. I've already had a game where I went like 17-0 with Draven, but I'm not gonna upload that game because it's too boring, right? It's too boring. I am gonna make a video where I show you the goods and the bads of Draven. And this is pretty much what I almost tried to do. See, the game that I played right here is not really a game that I would normally upload because it's too easy, right? Like I'm absolutely demolishing the enemies. Like I have a lot of these games, but I don't upload them, especially on Jinx, for example, like, you know, 19-0, 14-0 games. I don't upload those games because it's boring in my opinion. I believe in content that's you know, where I can actually teach you some things, and where you can actually watch a good game, right? Where you can actually watch a game where you think like, hey, is he gonna win or is he gonna lose? And where it's not like, yeah, he's obviously gonna win, like this game, right? Like, I think this game is boring, but the reason that I'm actually still uploading it is because I got the Pentakill, and I have some things to talk about, right? So that's why I'm still uploading the game, and I really hope you guys enjoyed these types of videos anyways, even though it's not, you know, the most amazing game out there. But as I said, you know, I'm working on those champions. I'm very excited to bring them to you very soon. Let's take a look at how much damage I did in this game though. Kinda wanna see it. Let's see. Come on. Of course I got S rating. As you can see, my game is lagging. That's why it's taking so long for me to click. But that's the issue that my phone has with the optimizing issue of Wild Rift. How much damage? 32,000 damage. Jesus, man. So thank you so much for watching. And yeah, like always, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video.